And the Raudebusch was our school superintendent.
Raudebusch, yes.
Yeah.
He was the defendant in the case.
Yes, yes, yes.
Or shall we say, yeah, defendant.
Yes. And he said, oh, he was furious. And when it went to trial, Judge Maris accepted the case.
Now, this is circuit? This was not the Supreme Court?
No.
We're at the lower court. Go ahead.
This was District Court of Pennsylvania.
This is before the Supremes came in.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. In Philadelphia. And Judge what's his name?
Maris.
Raudebusch. No,
Raudebusch, yes.
Raudebusch said to Judge Maris, oh, these children have been indoctrinated. They didn't think of this by themselves. And Judge Maris said, I believe they're sincere. I've watched them, and I'm sorry. I believe they're sincere. Well,
and he ruled that your expulsion was unconstitutional.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, Raudebusch wouldn't happen any of that.
Superintendent of schools,
appeal the case. So in the appellate court,
he takes it into another level of.
Yeah. And there were 3 judges in that one, and Bill and I were on the stand in this case.
You went to this. You testified.
Yeah, and they said to Bill, why don't you salute? And he said, Exodus 20, have no other gods before me. And then they said to me, why don't you salute? And I said, 1 John 5:21, little children, keep yourselves from idols. The opposing lawyer said, I object. Of course, I nearly fainted. But anyway, Judge Maris, the 3 judges.
You fainted because why would someone object to your belief?
I know. I thought everything's going our way. Why isn't it now? And but the judge says overruled. That was very nice.
2 lower court decisions were for you.
Yes, and we felt so confident. So when Raudebusch says, I'm taking it to the Supreme Court, piece of cake.
Doesn't matter. We've already won at the lower court level.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one day, Mother and I were working in the kitchen, and Bill and Dad were downstairs in the store working. And there was a newscast in Washington today in the Flaxfield case. He said, there was a ruling of 8-1 against Jehovah's Witnesses.
You first heard about that on the radio? Or?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, we couldn't believe it. We ran downstairs to the store and told Bill and Dad they were equally aghast. And after that, that's when it was open season on Jehovah's Witnesses. Mm-hmm. Now let's go get them.
It was okay.
Yeah.
To push you around and worse.
Yeah.
Now we have two lower courts saying this is unconstitutional. If you don't want to salute, you shouldn't have to salute.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court votes 8-1 against the lower court.
Yes.
And in that majority
was Justice Jackson.
No. We're not there yet.
No, we're not.
But think about this. Frankfurter, you have to salute.
He was the main pusher
for being against
us.
Yeah. We have a right. The state has a right to expect a pledge to promote national unity, and this was, I understand the argument.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't put it this way, but it's pretty close to what they were saying.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. And William O. Douglas, here's the screaming liberal on the court. I mean, conservatives were hysterical about Douglas.
Yeah.
He voted against you.
Yeah.
The other, Frankfurter, Douglas, Hugo Black, some huge names in the history of American jurisprudence voted against you on the first, and that's when all hell broke loose, and you were so persecuted, you and the other faithful.